So I have a kind of unique story of who my Miluim unit is.
Shema Yisrael.
In my regular service, we were a Hesder unit, so we're all yeshiva guys. And when we were put into a Miluim unit, they took about 8 or 9 of us and stuck us in the same reserve unit. And it happens to be, out of that 8 or 9, a good 6 or 7 are either rabbis or learning to be rabbis. And then together with 15 other non-rabbis, I'm used to the Am Yisrael of the Beit Midrash, and I'm meeting people that are part of Am Yisrael that aren't in the Beit Midrash. So who are these guys, and what is their connection? They don't know what Shema Yisrael is, some of them, but yet they're giving up their lives, or willing to give up their lives, to protect Jews. So they have a deep connection to Judaism. So for me, my Miluim unit was really a nucleus of what I think Israel should be. A place where everyone brings their Jewish identity together and are able to communicate and able to learn from each other. Something really beautiful. I'm in combat engineering. Our job is basically demolition. Anything that needs to be blown up, we're there to blow it up. Our first mission was to literally blow up the defense going into Gaza. The troops don't want to go in through the pre-existing gates because the enemy knows. The enemy knows that's where IDF is coming, so we need to create new pathways in. So that was our first mission. I have 2 kids. I have a daughter, Nava. She is turning 4 next week, so she was 3 at the beginning of the war. 3 is a tough age because she understands when Abba's not home. She could understand the concept of the army, but she can't really understand beyond that. There was a point where she thought what I did in the army was ate food and danced, because those are the videos she got of me eating barbecues and dancing. At some point, someone in her gan told her that I was going to kill bad guys. So now that's what she thinks. I don't know if she knows what killing means. May she never find out. But she had a hard time. She wouldn't go back to gan at the beginning. She would tell me when I was home, like, why do you have to go back to the army? It's definitely the hardest thing. It doesn't compare. Fighting a war, not taking off your shoes for 2 weeks, eating nothing but tuna, that's easy. That is chips. Telling your daughter, I'm going to war for 2 weeks, hopefully be back after 2 weeks, is harder than the war itself, for sure. But I think it was harder for my wife than it was for me. She's a bigger hero in my mind than I am. And my other son was 1 year old. I don't think he knows. Now he's 1. He was just born. He was 3 months old. I feel like I missed the beginning of his life. The day before Hanukkah, one of the soldiers in our platoon, Kobi Tvash, Hashem Yikom Damo, he was shot by a sniper. He was killed. We got the message very soon before the Hanukkah lighting that Kobi was no longer with us. How can you go from that experience to lighting Hanukkah candles? The idea that helped strengthen me, my resolve, was seeing that candle being lit. The first night of Hanukkah, there's no miracle. We found enough oil to last that night. It's the second night when the miracle started. The first night, the miracle is that the Jews didn't give up and they kept on looking for candles. And they're like, no, we're gonna light candles. We're gonna try to rebuild this Beit HaMikdash. So Hanukkah became this symbol of the Jewish spirit of not giving up. No matter what Hamas does to Am Yisrael, to our unit in specific, we're not going to give up. And we're going to push harder and stronger for Kobi and for all the other Kedoshim. So obviously we saw a great rise of Achdut because we have a common denominator. And that common denominator is believing in defending Am Yisrael. Of all our disputes, the one thing that we could agree on is Am Yisrael. You see it very clearly in the prayer that we say after Tachanun every day. We say, Shomer Yisrael, the protector of Israel, Shmor She'erit Yisrael, Val Yovad Yisrael, Ha'omrim Shema Yisrael. God protects those that say Shema Yisrael. And the next paragraph is Shomer Goy Echad, the protector of the one nation, should protect the nation, Ha'omrim Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. We're used to Shema being one unit. It's a sentence that we say about God being one in the world. There's actually 2 messages of Shema. There's Shema Yisrael, which is its own message. And that is a message of people understanding that they're part of Am Yisrael. So even if we don't all agree on Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, but Shema Yisrael we agree on. I feel like once we have that common ground of Shema Yisrael, and we discover this common ground, together we could really grow and make Am Yisrael into what it's supposed to be. I work with Teen Olim when I'm not in Miluim to NCSY Israel. I missed a lot of what was going on during the war. I remember after February when I was out going to a Shabbaton with all these teens. They wanted, they're 18, they all wanted to go right to the army. Am Yisrael wants to help. We received a crazy amount of donations, support, letters from Jews from who knows where. I got a whole package of letters from a school in Texas. That support, A, needs to continue, and B, is really felt. More important than getting the material stuff is that feeling of support. It's that hug that you get from other people saying, we're with you. We know that you're doing something for us, and we're with you 100%. I got a call from a teacher in a school in Canada asking me to send a message, a video message to her students, how much their prayers were helping. I started trying to record something, and I'm like, how am I supposed to tell them with confidence that their prayers are helping? I'm a rabbi, I believe in davening, but sometimes God says no. That's a question they need to ask God. Hey God, are our prayers helping? I don't know if their prayers are helping. So I really struggled, what am I supposed to tell them? What I ended up telling them was, whether your tefillot, your prayers are going to be answered, that's for God. He'll decide. But what I can tell you is when we hear that you're praying for us, it helps tremendously. It's getting that hug. So even if you think that what you're giving isn't so meaningful, even if you're not sure if God's going to say yes to your prayers, even if you're not sure that your donation is going to go anywhere, tell us about it. Tell us that you're praying for us. Tell us that you're sending love. It really, really means so much. It's been a tough year. It's had its downs, it's had its ups. We've discovered our common ground. We've discovered that we are a nation that cares about each other. We care strong enough to yell at each other. Let's remember that common denominator of being Am Yisrael, of we're being one nation. Let's not forget. And within that, let's keep on arguing. Let's listen to each other. Let's really remember Shema Yisrael, hear O Israel. Let's hear Israel. Let's remember that we are part of this wonderful nation that doesn't give up. We have this nation that God has blessed with the ability to have self-determination. Let's cherish that gift. Let's cherish each other. Bezrat Hashem, we will grow into the best nation that we can be.